Don, you had the emotional win last night in overtime. Here we are 24 hours later, second night of a back-to-back. Do you make sure you come out with the same energy and attention to detail?
Yeah, it was an emotional win, and that is always a challenge. Obviously, the urgency in our situation is such that our guys have to put that one behind us as quick as we can and move on to today, knowing this is a team we haven't had much success. We haven't had any success against, and a team that's coming in 5-0-2 in their last 7 games since we played them last against a very, very good team. So this is something that I think our guys take seriously enough, knowing that there'll be a lot of work ahead.
Any lineup shifts from last night?
Boy, Mike, I don't think there is, other than the goaltender, which Upi will go in. Devon will back up. Devon was outstanding last night. That was we certainly wouldn't be afraid. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be afraid to play him back to back. But under the circumstances of the emotions and 3 days of adrenaline surge and things like that, it's not a situation to do that based on all the energy that you had to expend on a big night for him last night.
Was there a thought to just keep him out of the lineup entirely, let Comrie back up, just so you don't run into?
Always thoughts on all different things, and he hasn't, even backed up yet. So, very good performance by him last night. I think it's a good experience to keep him in it tonight without the workload of a full game. The intensity last night for him. That was a preparation of 3 days. I mean, that's his entire life of hockey life of waiting to play in the NHL. So it's more exhausting than one game when you look at it, family in town and all those sorts of things. So, but to keep him in it more, obviously, it's good to have him on the bench tonight for that.
It's one game. You don't want to overemphasize it, but it went really well. How much, if at all, does it change the view of using him going forward? How you might be even more inclined to use him than maybe you might have thought a week ago? There's
no question. You're waiting for the information. You suspect. Obviously, we know he's a talented kid. We know he has incredible hockey sense, which means he's efficient. And he showed those attributes in the game last night. So you're going pre-game, you're wondering, is he going to show this skill set that he has? Now that you see it, it's confirmed now. It was not confirmed until you actually see it. So he did a very nice job in that regard. Obviously, he's a young guy, and it's the first experience he has. So there's a long way to go for him in his career. But that was an awful lot of good information last night that came in.
How much can last night be a motivator for Luukkonen too?
It is. Anytime you have competition within a lineup, within your team, it's healthy. It's healthy. It's the guys have to compete harder, push harder, and great players learn from great players. And when you get that synergy, that dynamic going within an organization, it's gone through us at the forward position. It's gone through us a little bit at the defensive position with Dulles and Sammy and Yoki and Owen. Where they can learn from the guy next to them. They can incorporate things of their game from the guy next to them that are healthy and good, and obviously they sense the urgency of competition and roster spots.
Sorry, I know you said there was a chance Tage Thompson could play last night, but I guess he's out tonight. How close is he to being an option?
He is much closer than he was 3 days ago, which is good news. Skated today, did lots more on the ice that he couldn't do a day ago. And again, this is an issue that will resolve fully, but it does impede him from executing some simple things within the game. So it's close to clearing. When it does, the injury will be gone. And I would say that today was very encouraging in that regard.
What did you think of Samuelson last night in his return to the lineup, and what does he add?
It's 25 minutes plus. It's almost half the game of really containment against the best players on the other team. So there's not a team in the league that can afford to lose a top player like that can play against the best players on the other team in 25 minutes, which is more than just the best players. It's 5 to 6 minutes more. So it's huge to have him back. It helps Rasmus Dahlin be able to play his game and not worry about trying to play more than his game. So I mean, the numbers show it. You can't lose top defensemen, and not even on our team in this league. It's a completely different scenario.
Sure. And then you're 3-0-1 in your last 4. We've talked about this team playing under pressure and learning how to play with that, or play under that pressure. Do you get the sense that you're maybe getting a little bit more comfortable with that over the last few games?
Yes, absolutely. We're a bit we were in our own heads quite a bit, feeling pressure that really was somewhat manufactured and in our own minds, and we're playing more aggressive, more free, and that has to continue. But again, being healthy, having Samuelson back, that's a significant impact to everybody else being able to play their game and not try to compensate or overcompensate.